Welcome to Sky's the Limit in 29 Palms, California. We're here very close to the entrance of Joshua Tree National Park. My name is Steve Carone. I am a volunteer astronomer at this observatory, and we provide the public with wonderful views of the cosmos day and night. Here at Sky's the Limit, we look at the sun every weekend and track solar activity regularly. It is important to point out that you should never try and look at the sun with the naked eye or through a telescope without the proper filtering system. This telescope right here is a solar-specific telescope designed to only look at the sun. It's filtering out most of the visual light and isolating a small band of light near the hydrogen alpha region or the infrared region, which is why through this telescope the image of the sun appears to be slightly in false color. It appears much more orange-red than the natural yellow-white color of the sun. Now we are inside the observatory dome. This houses some of our larger telescopes, such as our 14-inch Celestron Schmidt-Cassegrain and some others. This is a 6-inch refractor, and there over in that corner is an 8-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain, some more telescopes in our collection. But the primary use of this dome is to use the permanently mounted Celestron 14-inch. And the dome is rotational, 360 degrees. We open this slit to a certain part of the sky and rotate the dome to view any particular object that we may be viewing. This is the orrery. The orrery is a scale representation of our solar system. Let's start in the middle at the sun. Imagine this ball right here is the actual size of the sun, a scale representation of the sun. The sun is actually much bigger, but this ball here will represent, for our purposes, the sun. Going out, and the orbits, the 4 orbits you see around this inner circle are the orbits of the 4 terrestrial planets, the inner planets of the solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These are all very similar planets. They're all rocky terrestrial planets, planets of high density. Mercury is the innermost planet of our solar system, and it is also the smallest planet of our 8 major planets. Mercury orbits the sun very, very quickly, every 88 days or so, which makes it very hard to observe from Earth. The only time it is visible is early in the morning or late in the evening for maybe a half hour after sunset. Venus is the second planet from the sun. It's often called the sister planet to Earth because of its very, very similar size. Venus is only slightly smaller than Earth and resembles it in many ways. However, Venus is much closer to the sun and is consumed by an atmosphere of greenhouse gases, making the surface temperature of Venus the hottest in the solar system, more than 800 degrees in some places. We've reached Earth in our tour of the orrery. Earth, the 3rd planet from the sun. From this position in the orrery, we can get a sense of what we might see in the night sky from Earth. If you imagine us standing on Earth looking at the sun in that direction, this gives a very accurate representation of where the various planets may be on a given night, such as tonight. Looking out into the night sky in the evening, Jupiter is easily visible in the night sky during sunset. Jupiter over there. You can imagine if we're on Earth, we see Jupiter. Later in the evening we see Mars directly behind us. And further in the evening we see Saturn, even further in the distance, beyond the asteroid belt. Scale model of the solar system in the orrery. We reached Mars, the 4th terrestrial planet from the sun. This ball represents Mars, but however on the top it gives the actual size of Mars in comparison to our sun that we have in the center of the orrery, which is very, very, very small. These 2 buildings on the Sky's the Limit Observatory are sort of mock-ups of a future completed building plan that will be implemented in the near future, that will be completely sustainable. The design of these buildings will feature a living roof, a convective floor, and slanted side roofing to give easy access to solar power to get the maximum usage out of the sun. We have installed a completely independent, off-the-grid solar system to power our observatory and power our visitor center down the way. We have these 3 solar panels that power the observatory. They charge up every day, and for nighttime events we are able to use power for all of the evening with the power that these solar panels generate.
Hi, I'm Anne. This is our nature trail featuring over 25 of the native plants. We have produced a book on these plants illustrated by artists of the Morongo Basin. We also have a set of flashcards that give you interesting facts about the plants, tell you when they bloom, how they're pollinated, and what family they belong to.
This artistic sculpture behind me is more than a piece of art. It is a very useful guide tool that astronomers at Sky's the Limit use to align their telescope to the North Star Polaris. Welcome to the Zen Meditation Garden, one of the more peaceful and serene areas of the Sky's the Limit Observatory site. This was constructed by the Japanese Buddhist temple of Joshua Tree, and is a wonderful place for members of the public to come and relax, clear their mind, meditate against the beautiful backdrop of Joshua Tree National Park.
Welcome to Sky's the Limit.